So an update on COVID and the COVID situation at school. I have been fielding a lot of calls and emails regarding what next year looks like and looking for my prediction on if school will be back to normal, whatever that means, and really getting anxious to see your child kind of return to a situation at school where it looks a little bit different than it currently does. So at this point, we don't know what next year looks like. We know that we do have to follow any mandates that are put in place, obviously, by the state. At this point, that would be a mask mandate. So we'll be closely following that. But our school commission, they met on Tuesday of this past week. We did schedule a meeting for March 24th, and the purpose of that meeting is to really focus on developing a plan for the fall and what the fall will look like. So we will be taking all of the protocols and the procedures that we have in place this year and just starting to go through those one by one and analyzing what we can change, and B, what do we want to change. We are going to do this with our three pillars at the forefront. So if you remember, those pillars are social emotional needs of our students, the academic achievement of our students, and finally, the health and safety of our students and our staff. So every decision will be made through those lenses, and we'll also be looking at, we took guidance from the CDC, the health department, as well as the Department of Health for the state of Wisconsin. And we're going to decide if we want to still use those three sources of data as guidance, because we do know there are many, many sources of data out there. Open the paper and you see a certain university did a study, or a certain school district did a study on COVID, or some doctors did a study on COVID. We want to make sure that we are following just two or three main sources of data and that we're consistent in those data sources. Otherwise, things really start to unravel and get gray. So I wanted to give you an update on where we are. So be mindful that it is in the planning stages, and as soon as we have things developed and we have a plan written, you will be the first to hear about it. I don't have a specific timeline. My best guess and my greatest hope would be that we have something to you in May or June, and then we would analyze that and watch it over the summer and make any tweaks to that plan according to what is data is presented to us over the summer. So stay tuned. In April, I will have a more specific update. I will share with you what we talked about at School Commission and let you know if we have anything that we want to change, even for this year. We're always analyzing our practices, and are they the best practices, or can something change?